Hello, everyone. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. I hope you're having a very good day wherever you are. The bank holiday is done and dusted. West Ham and Tottenham was done and dusted after about 60 minutes. Not even that, as me being kind. But I'm here to talk about the youth players. Some of the youth players that I've seen over the weekend get some really good high praise from their clubs that they've been on loan at, and I'm here to talk about it. But before I get started, please do smash a like on the video, subscribe to E20 Zone TV, hit the notification bell and all that malarkey. It goes a long way. It really helps me and the boys out on this channel. The road to 5,000 is upon us. Will we get there anytime soon? Anyway, let's talk about three gems, so to speak, in Freddie Potts, George Earthy and Callum Marshall. I'm going to be honest, I've got the stats down there, like, and on paper, and they look good. They all look good. And I'm going to start off with Callum. Obviously, he's in League One with Huddersfield. Had a pretty good season. 9 goals, 3 assists in 43 appearances for a League One side. Huddersfield just missed out on the playoffs this year, but every time I see him play, he always looked half decent. Like when I was watching the highlights of games and goals that he'd scored, he always looked pretty good. Do I think he's ready to come into West Ham's team next season is a question for all you who are watching this right now. Yeah. For me personally, with Callum, I think he needs a loan in the Championship next season at a sort of Portsmouth, somewhere like that. Right. Obviously, Freddie was at Portsmouth this season, and I'll get to Freddie shortly, but Callum needs a loan in the Championship. Like he went on loan at West Brom and it didn't work out. I think he's worked his way from Huddersfield and he's done pretty well for Huddersfield. But the real test is next season is if he gets a loan in the Championship, can he do them numbers again, if not better than that? So, for me, not next season for Callum. It's as simple as that. I just don't think he's ready yet, but I don't think he's far away from being ready. As I say, 43 appearances, 9 goals, 3 assists isn't bad for a player on loan, 20 years old. Yeah, I don't think we can take the risk in bringing him in and being a sort of striking option. But he's a good player. He has got the attitude to do well. What does he want to do? Does he want to go on loan one more season and then next season develop into being a West Ham player? Or does he want to leave West Ham this summer, go to another club and try and work his way up that way? It will remain to be seen with Callum Marshall on that. Let me know what you think in the comment section below in regards to Marshall. Now, I'm going to move on to George Earthy. And Tony, who's a friend of the channel, Early Doors Football TV, Hammers TV, I think it is now, or whatever the platform he's changed it to now. Well, one of his mates on there, Anthony, is a Arsenal fan, but he's a Bristolian. He lives in Bristol, follows Bristol City, and he was telling me about George Earthy. He said that, like, how well he's doing at the club. He did say to me that he started off a bit slow, but then he just come into his own. Now, obviously, I think he just won like the fans' player of the year at Bristol City, if I've got that right. And we will see a glimpse of him last season when he scored that famous goal against Luton, first goal for West Ham when he was going mad. And obviously, he got knocked out in a game, which was quite horrifying and sickening to see. But is George Earthy ready for next season? Is he a possibility to come in next season and be that sort of player that we could do with? Now, I'm going to say one thing. Last season, like with Moyes and everything, this is the one gripe I've got with Moyes. Yeah, there weren't many gripes I had with Moyes, not like other people did. But the one gripe I did have with Moyes is he didn't inject the youth into the side sooner. Do you know what I'm saying? And like there was games where we had no sort of players in there and we're playing Maxwell fucking corner instead of like George Earthy. And it just didn't make a lot of sense. Now, he's gone on loan to Bristol City. He's done very well at Bristol City. I've heard from a Bristol sort of supporter who's told me, I asked him, is he ready? And he said he is. He's ready to come into West Ham's sort of squad. Not in their first team, he said. But he said in the squad. Like, is he a starting 11 player currently right now? He said no. Is he a squad player? Absolutely. So the George Earthy one, Let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you believe George Earthy is the guy to come in next season and be that sort of attacking left-sided player? Because we might need one. Like, if Mo's going, is George the guy? Like, if he's good enough and he can do the job, then put him in straight away, right? And see how he gets on. Pre-season will be key on this one also. So I think in pre-season, if he has a good pre-season, Potter might want to keep him around. Like, and he might not have to go out and buy loads and loads of players. He might have a few players who have developed themselves. And if he can make them better, which I'm hoping rather than sort of expecting, it will remain to be seen on that. So let me know what you think about George Earthy. Do you keep him around the squad next season? Do you let him go out on loan again? Don't forget, he's only 20 years old. And he, as I say, his stats are 37 appearances, 3 goals, 1 assist in the championship. But it's the influence of the games that he's sort of like done for Bristol City. And apparently they love him there. They really do. If Bristol City come up this season through the playoffs, me personally, I'd loan him to Bristol City and let him have a year in the Premier League. That is where we would benefit more from him. Him as a squad player, I don't know. I don't know about this one. It either goes really well and he breaks into West Ham, or he don't break into West Ham at all and he ends up like a Connor Coventry. Do you know what I'm saying? And finally, to the man of the moment, and that is Freddie Potts. We need a central midfielder. We've needed someone to replace Declan Rice. We might have this guy. But he might be the one, as they say in the Matrix. The amount of support and love from Pompey fans for Freddie Potts over the last 24, 48 hours, what I've seen on TikTok and Twitter and everywhere, is unbelievable. The line that they've been using is never fall in love with a lone player. That's a line that's been sort of branded around. And they love him. They simply love this man to bits. And they say he's 100% ready to come into West Ham sort of side. Me personally, I think Freddie is ready. I've had this debate for the last few years on like different platforms and X and everything else about the loan system. The loan system works. If you use the loan system right, it works. It works well. And we've used it right. We loaned him to Wickham last season in League One, benefited him massively. Obviously, they sort of was up there. Do you know what I'm saying? Last season, this season, they're falling away a little bit. They're in the playoffs, but they're not as good as they was last season. When he got the move to Pompey, it was a perfect move. It was the perfect club for that man to go to. Yeah, because they will adore him there. And Pompey fans are no mugs. Trust me on that. Yeah, they're a bit like us. They will see who's good and who's shit, and they will not praise up a player if he doesn't deserve the praise. Yeah, they're not like some other clubs who will praise players up just for the sake of praising them up. Pompey fans are not like that, and they love him. They love him. His stats: 37 appearances, 1 goal, 4 assists. Like, is as a central midfielder. Listen, them stats might not look amazing, but it's the influence of the man and the passing ability of the man. Like, he's not a goal scorer; he's a central midfielder. Like, defensive midfielder to a point. He can cover all aspects of midfield. And I think Freddie's ready. I think Freddie's ready to come in and stake a claim for that starting spot next year. Obviously, the midfield's a major issue at West Ham. We all know it. And we might have one of our own come in there and do the job. Now, should we expect the world from Freddie Potts? It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. What do you want to do with him? Do you know what I mean? Like, if next season is going to be a season where it's going to be a transitional season where we're going to look to sort of finish mid-table to sort of 10th, and we're not expecting much, you chuck him in. You chuck him in and go, right, this is your moment now. Like, you want to be a West Ham player. You are a West Ham fan. It's time to shine, Freddie. There's been games where he's been good in the West Ham shirt, which I've seen over the years, like, but I don't think he was ready for it. I think he's ready for it now. He's had a full season with Pompey. Pompey fans are no mugs. They know a good player when they see one. Yeah. And for me, I think he's 100% ready to come in and start games for West Ham. Do you know what I mean? And just see how it goes with him. Like, obviously, he can't do it on his own. I think we need to give him some support, give him some experience in there, give him some quality in there. But it's a starting block. And the pre-season will be key for me. And the whole situation with Freddie Potts. If we go to America and he's doing all right, I think you have to let this kid play, yeah, and see how it goes over the first sort of 6 months of the season. Like, obviously, he ain't going to be the only one, because we need more than just one Freddie Potts. We need about 3 or 4 central midfielders, yeah. So we're going to have to sort of see how it goes over the pre-season. But I'm not against this kid playing at all, mate. Absolutely not. And some of the clips I've seen of him this season, the praise he's been getting, you can't loan this kid out again. It's either you bring him into West Ham or you sell him. It's as simple as that. There's no point loaning him again, because he'd just been, as I say, he'd be another Josh Callum, Connor Coventry, who's a name, but just not getting a chance. Like, this is the perfect moment next season to bring Freddie Potts in, and I do believe we must bring him in and give him at least 10 games, and that's including pre-season. So the pre-season all the way up to the start of the season. And if it comes to the end of August and the beginning of September before the window shuts, and we're not keen on it, or we don't think he's ready, then you might have to let him go out on loan or let him go somewhere else, because you can't keep him around. It's a wasted talent. But if Potter's the man to round this video up, he will get the best out of Freddie Potts. And Freddie going on loan has benefited him massively over the last 2 years. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know if you agree or disagree with anything that I've said in regards of Freddie Potts, George Earthy and Callum Marshall. I like all 3 of these kids. Yeah, I think George Earthy is a talent, but I don't know whether this one loan is enough to sort of get him in and around the squad. I think Callum is an up-and-coming player, Northern Ireland international. He needs a loan in the Championship and to see how good he can be in the Championship. Now, that's the one with me with Callum. Freddie Potts, 100%, like next season, I think he's got to be in and around the squad, if not starting next year. I honestly do believe that. I think he's done enough, and we will know in the pre-season when we're watching him play games whether this kid is ready to start for West Ham United. Because there's some of these players in this squad currently right now that don't even deserve to be wearing the shirt, let alone like representing anything to do with West Ham. Yeah. Earthy is a 50-50 one with me. Callum, I think, needs another loan. I think he needs a loan in the Championship, and then we will know where we are with him. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know what your thoughts are on all 3 players, whether you agree or disagree on that. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to E20 Zone TV. This is more of a sort of positive video because it's been depressing recently. We've got an injection of youth coming. Will we use them? Only Potter knows. Peace.